Hi, welcome back to the farm. Well, we got another project to do here. We picked up this Craftsman GT mower a little while ago, and we replaced the spindles and the blades on the deck there, but it's got another problem with it. The head gasket. If we can see here, see all this oil right here? It's actually blowing out of the head gasket. You can also see a little bit of smoke while it's running, so that's not good. And then I don't know if you can hear it here. See if I can turn it. Nope, can't turn it. And even during shutdown, you can hear it blow out here. So it definitely needs to be replaced on this side, and probably ought to just replace it on the other side too. These Kohlers are known for it because they have a bad design on the head gasket. Now, these are the replacement ones they sell. These are the replacement ones that they sell. And this is usually right where it gets a crack in it here and blows into this is the oil return from the valve cover. Goes back into the block, just a drain back, and it blows into there, and then it can blow out the bottom too. The problem is the original gaskets don't have that metal reinforcement right around the cylinder, so they burn out there, get a crack right there. So these replacements take care of that. So we'll get this broken down here, start taking it apart. I'll have to take all the carburetor off, top shroud off, muffler off, and then we'll have to take the valves off, valve cover, and then finally the heads. So I'll bring you back when we're dug into it a little bit there. Yeah, we're just starting to take it apart here. And here's another good indication that there's a blown head gasket. You can see that the oil is starting to get sucked into the carburetor here. Look at that. It's real oily. That means that the pressure from the cylinder is going back into the block and then coming through the vent here for the crankcase and blowing it right into the carburetor. And you get a lot of smoking like that too. So let's tear it down some more. And now we got the top cover off there and the front filter housing. Now we're going to take this manifold off with the carburetor on it. And it's just a couple bolts here and here on each side. And then we can just kind of lay it back out of the way. Then I gotta make sure that these side shields are all away from the cylinder head there. Then I gotta take the valve covers off and take the valves off there, and still drop the muffler off. And we got one of the heads off here, about ready to take the other side off, and just about what we expected. Well, you can see here, a little crack there, it's blowing pressure into the case, and then it's also blown there, which is blowing it out of the cylinder there. That's why there's a lot of oil in the cylinder too. because it's building up so much pressure inside. Or sucking it through the carburetor also. That's why it was smoking. So we'll get this other cylinder off here and see how bad that one is too. And then we'll start cleaning up all the surfaces here and putting on the new gasket and then putting it all back together. And now we got this head off here. And it didn't look that bad. Doesn't look like it's been leaking at all. Here it is right here. And I don't see any cracks in it any place. But you can see it was all burning a lot of oil in there, getting sucked into the carburetor like it was. And let's show the other one here. So we gotta get these all cleaned up. Get the new gaskets on the top for the intake and for the exhaust. Didn't have to take the muffler out, just kind of loosened them all off. And once you take the head bolts out, then you can just move the whole head out of the way. So that's easy. So let's get this all cleaned up and start putting these heads back on. Well, now we have the heads back on there with the new gaskets in behind. Want to make sure that you don't get any oil on those gaskets and wipe them all off clean when you put them back on. Then the head bolts are 30 foot-pounds. You start out at 16, crisscross pattern. And then we put the muffler on here. It was easier to kind of get them up on there with these out of the way here. These front brackets. Allows you to kind of move the muffler a little bit more to get those bolts on, those nuts on. So next we'll put the intake back on. New gaskets on that. And I don't know if I'll have to clean that carburetor out a little bit there because it's awfully oily. And then we'll get the shroud back on it and fire it up then. Oh yeah, another thing, the rocker arms, they're 8 foot-pounds on those bolts. And those are the only adjustments you have on those, since those are hydraulic lifters in there. Let's get the rest of it back together. Well, we got it all back together now. Now we're gonna fire her up here and see how she runs. Well, it ran good for a little while, but it started to starve for gas. So I think when we had the carburetor tipped up there, it must have got some dirt and jet or something there. So I'm going to have to take that off and clean out the bowl on it there and see if there's anything in there. Well, here's the carburetor off it there over on the bench now. And this is a little different carburetor than what I've seen before on a lawnmower. The bowl has a diaphragm, I don't know if there's a shut-off valve on the side or not there, but boy, that diaphragm is pretty toast, pretty stiff. I know it does move, but that takes a lot of movement takes a lot of pressure to move it. Unless I can soften it up with some WD-40 or something temporarily. The bowl had a little bit of dirt down in the bottom of it, not too bad. I cleaned out all the passages and stuff there. It wasn't really that dirty. So I guess we'll throw it back together and see if it runs any better. Or if I'll have to get that diaphragm, maybe. We'll see. Well, it seems to be running a lot better now. I cleaned the carburetor a little bit. The next real test will be taking it out for a mow. Well, this is the next day now. We're going to take this out for a test mow. Got a little too late last night working on that carburetor. And if I didn't say it before earlier in the video, this is a Kohler CV25S motor. Sorry if I didn't mention that earlier. So now we'll take it out for a test mow, good long one, about half an hour or so, and we'll see. Oh, we just took it out for a mow there, and running real good. Lots of power, and I don't see any leak coming from this side at all, or from the other side. That's good. Cut even, not side to side or anything, one side lower than the other. So I'd say this is all done. This is a beefy mower too. Look at the size of those rear tires. Look at 24/12. Seat's in good shape. Only has 673 hours on it. That's not too bad. Now it's all up and running good. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video.